to at least try to prolong here for our game number 3 or round number 3. Going on to the drafting wise, we see this is going to be the normal typical banning. We got Fanny out, Eve out, even Chip as well as Phobius. Now, finally, we have the Nathan also being taken out.
Yeah, the Nathan being taken out. I mean, Valhalla, no Nathan, what can you do, right? So, Mob 100 would be forced to showcase his versatility here. So far, we don't have much info on what he can play. So, I mean, he has been performing extremely well on the Nathan. So, I'm hoping that he has something else up the sleeves for, let's say, you want Team Valhalla to win. But CFU Gaming, of course, at the same time, I want them to pick properly here. And they do go for that Zushin. And I really like this. As game 1, I said, they are forcing the opponent to go for that Suyo pick. And yeah, Zushin, you counter out that Suyo. It worked really well in game 1, but they could not finish it off because of the 1-1 pick versus the Nathan.
Okay. So now Nathan is out, and then wondering whether or not they're going to actually repeat again the try-error of 1-1. I think they've already learned their mistake. Hopefully, they will not be the same case. So this is just another orthodox picked already. Jushin against Suyo. Now the question is, which is going to be prioritized on Valhalla? Are they going to actually pick up the Gato Gacha again? Yep, they're going to pick up Gato Gacha again here for
like
Team
1,
Valhalla.
right?
Yeah, this is pretty much like deja vu for game number 1 for Valhalla.
Yeah, just that they don't have the Nathan available anymore. But meanwhile, for CFU Gaming, and they are able to pick up the Khalid if they wish to do so. I mean, it was very strong on the side of Valhalla, right? When we saw the secret, yeah, they do pick up the Khalid. It's a very strong pick. And yeah, the Alpha as well.
Okay, interesting. Again, this is also another mirroring of CFU Gaming itself. We did saw them picking off Alpha, so it was a great, massive point out pick coming in from Valhalla's side. I mean, you have Jushin picking off all those individual fights, separating your team from your players from your team itself, and this is something that's really interesting. But Valhalla ended up picking 1-1 for themselves. I mean, this is really funny.
Talk about shock and awe, right? We've come full circle, and now we see Valhalla picking up the 1-1. And yeah, we do see that in the Cambodian region. When you pick the 1-1, yeah, you want to ban away, what, Franco or Cho? But yeah, CFU Gaming, they know better, right? You're not gonna be able to stop the crossbow tank. So instead, you go for that survivability. You already have that that Khalid, so I'm pretty sure that they're leaning towards something along the lines of something that will provide them more sustainability. For example, they can go for the Angela. They can go for something that making sure that the crossbow tank does not kill them. So heals, sustain, name of the game for TFU Gaming, possibly.
And we do see that bans comes out here where Aurora already been banned out. Even Beatrix been banned out by Team Valhalla.
Yeah, I mean, Bruno and the Beatrix just trying to circle away the goal laners. But, I mean, in terms of goal laners, there's still the Moskov to worry about. There's still the Claw to worry about. So, yeah, you can potentially pick that too. Because you can go for the backline, ignore the 1-1, and just deal the damage onto Suyo.
And we do have Harith also open up for the take as well. So that's going to be another question whether or not they're going to actually pick it out. Cho has already been banned off straight away by CFU Gaming. So the question is, what is Valhalla going to respond it off?
Yeah, so Valhalla, I mean, in terms of having that Cambodian meta, right? Once again, Cambodian meta, they might potentially pick up that Franco, but they do take the Zosk, okay? This is very similar to what happened in game 1.
Okay, again, this is really a messing up minds coming in from both of the teams itself. Valhalla playing tricks again, even CFU Gaming's, they got already on the sideline of themselves. But the question is, how they're going to actually prevent all the obstructions that is done by Valhalla itself. We are seeing that at least they cover the ground, the mobility wise of how they did, and I think they had a really good run on that first match itself. I think Valhalla is much more confident with Zas on the side, but Irithel been picked up by CFU Gaming.
I mean, Irithel is really strong at avoiding the crossbow tank, especially if you have that sprint and ultimate up, so you don't let the proc hit you, so you don't get the weaknesses on you as well. So yeah, potentially there, but yeah, CFU Gaming, they're just messing with our heads at this point. But I mean, if this was, let's just say, if this was like Team Vamos, right? If this was like yeah, like Nets playing the Irithel, or like Chiku guys playing the Irithel, so we wouldn't question that. So yeah, I believe Sing knows how to play Irithel.
Maybe there's a possibility. So again, CFU Gaming, they're messing around, try and error, and who knows? Maybe there's a possibility that they might come true here again for the drafting. But oh, and there you go, the last pick of Team Valhalla.
Yeah, very strong pick. The Arlot from Team Valhalla. It has that final slash where you can like displace the enemy members of CFU and force them into a position where they are using their battle spells to get away, using their ultimates to get away. They have to use a Purify, a Flicker at the minimum, and all for that low cooldown for that final flash.
Okay, at least a really good response coming in from Team Valhalla. But favoring wise on drafting, I do think that for now Valhalla has a really good response. The question is CFU Gaming with so much of surprise coming in. I mean, early on that first set of the choices, it was great, but now pushing into with Edith as well as on the side of Irithel, I'm still wondering, CFU Gaming, what are you thinking right now? This is it, guys, the last match, the last round of our last series. Who will be getting the potential of going into 1-0, or who will be dropped to the lower rounds of 0-1? We got Team Cambodians fighting off right here. Valhalla versus CFU Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are tied up, so winner takes all. We all fall down to this best of one. And CFU Gaming, really with very interesting picks already, right? That Irithel pick, but I do see the synergy coming out more from CFU Gaming compared to Valhalla, right? If you think about how the 1-1 works, actually there's no really a potential pick-off hero for him to work with until the Arlot is online.
And with Juicin also, we do see a lot of the success come along from Z, able to separate, able to pick off every players of Team Valhalla itself. That could be another success story coming in from CFU. Now Panha pushing us straight to OP, not gonna do anything. I mean, with Zing coming along to back things up, so pretty much still this is just a tease from both side of Valhalla as well as CFU Gaming. And coming along right now, OP a little bit too open and had to pull away, doesn't want to actually go in for the fight just yet because this is not going to be easy. But Valhalla doing a great pressure points for CFU, and this could be a great deal from Team Valhalla if they push on very early on.
Yeah, Valhalla deal with that creep freezing really well. CFU Gaming, they were trying to freeze that creep wave, but the fact that Panha was able to stop it. But now that we have this mid-team fight going on, Z, I mean, he is going to be a problem still on this Juicin, especially in the later stages of the game, where if he does not die, it's really a very big problem. They don't have a Nathan anymore.
And they was able to steal away the turtle. I mean, yes, at what cost though? I mean, Panha getting a lot of damage, but at the same time, Ari takes down Wadu, and Secret gonna overextend himself, giving an opportunity for OP to take down immediately him. A trade-off for 1-1 right now for both teams, but then again, at least the turtle is in the hands of Vala. But so far right now, when it comes to Korean-wise, it's not any of the difference between both of these teams.
Yeah, still goal difference neck and neck, 300 goal difference away. But now with that level 4 out on the 1-1, right? We see a potential pick-off coming in from Mop 100. But Sing, he does have that ultimate. So Irithel, yeah, in terms of working that that mobility, yeah, he does have the ultimate. And the funny thing is, he didn't go for the sprint. He went for the Purify, which is really good. But now we have this mid-team fight, Spirit of Alpha.
Ooh, OP managed to actually pick up Panha, but he managed to survive it out. A detective clears out at least RA first of all, without at least giving an opportunity for Panha to survive. But OP still overlooking to Panha, but Secrets managed to actually have a great connection to the side. But Z breaks it too, even though with Secret was shut down. There was a trade-off coming in from the side of Team Valhalla to take down Detective. But here on out, Mob 100, a little bit overextension coming along, and Zing managed to pull through with another kill in their hands.
That was a great micro play from Singh. And Mob 100, he was trying to get that last hit of that weakness so that he can get the crossbow tang off. But Singh, he just drove him towards the wall. So it was an impossible angle. Wow, what a play from the Zerathal.
Oh, okay. Looking good so far for Team CFU Gaming. Despite that Valhalla tried to go in for the aggression, it's still not in the favor of them. And even so, they try to actually pull in, try to initiate. It was not enough because when it comes to mechanic-wise, Team CFU is just far better off. And here on out, Z will be able to scurry away safely without any casualty. But here on out, we do see Valhalla try to contest for the title.
Yeah, they are attempting control right now. I mean, they don't have to inspire on Mob 100, but it's not too important, right? Because they know that Zhu Xin is not able to fight. And Valhalla, I mean, the way that they've been playing like one of the top tier teams, where they force a team fight for an objective. And this is what we want to see out of professional teams, where it's not just a one-dimensional fight. And Z gets picked off instantly. The Spear of Alpha not enough to defend right now.
And pushing off straight away for the second one. Farhat takes down Wadu. Another stun comes through, and Detective also became another casualty, as well as OP as well. Grade 4 trade-off coming in from Team Valhalla, making a difference right now, and they will open up with the first turret to be shut down, at least close enough for them to get a really composure for that mid lane.
And Valhalla, this is their mid-game power spike right now. They do have the Dominator's Descent available, right? They used it in the mid lane, and the final slash from Array to force out that team fight, that's just amazing, right? CFU Gaming, they were left with no response. But the thing is, OP, once he reaches that 12-minute mark, is going to get scarier for Valhalla because he's not going to be able to die. But Valhalla, still, they need to press the advantage, especially since they have a 1-1.
Okay, let's see. We do see OP trying to actually tag off one of the players of Valhalla, but didn't manage to do so. Now, Z, Wadu finally everyone straight away RA and try to pull him into the scene of Z, but doesn't manage to do so. And ended up Valhalla was able to push away, and it's gonna be Wadu to be finished off by Hyde on Bush. OP surviving it out the engagement, had to pull away from the fight, and Valhalla getting every success bit that they needed. And now they're gonna push in straight away into the mid lane for the defense of CFU. But then again, CFU doesn't allow it. Great composure coming in from CFU, even though with the loss of Wadu.
Yeah, the damage dealt by the Dominator's Descent, proving too much for Wadu at this point, right? And this is not what you want to see from an EXP lane Edith. You want him to be able to get that sustainability off, be able to peel for your team, survive, and then deal the damage with the Primal Wrath. But look at the damage dealt by the Zosk at this point. 23,000 already at 6 minutes in. This looks like the old Zosk where it's just bullying everyone.
Oh, and coming in right now for the second layer turret as they pull through CFU, trying to find a way, but nope, it's already been break. Team Valhalla trying to overlook right here. Mob 100 just waiting for the right time. That motion coming in, but at the same time here, OP looking for a way for the opening wise. Spot out Vare, Ari pushing in, but at the same time, we do see coming in from the side, Mob 100 takes down 100, and as well as OP will be taken out by Array. Opening side, that turret was shut down immediately. Team CFU down by the numbers, and Valhalla looking better than ever.
Amazing gameplay coming out from Team Valhalla, using that final slash to force them in front. The Avatar, the Guardian at the back, they could not run in front, they could not run behind. And behind them, Hide on Bush used that Dominator's Descent to jump in, right? So that was a very scary clutch and zoning coming in from Valhalla.
And now CFU, they're out for their 2 layers of the turret, and they are now giving all the coverage to the side of Valhalla to come into their baseline. And here on out, they will try to actually at least get all the creeps for themselves, not allowing or denying any of the farming to be done by Team Valhalla. As they push in, we do see Valhalla just heading off right now. waiting for the opening they needed to push into CFU. 30 seconds on the clock, Lord will be spawning off. Now it's time for CFU not to mess around, and there's a possibility we're not gonna actually get it because there's a technical pause right now. I think we're already seeing a lot of the pressure being put out by Team Valhalla, and somehow it's already footfall on the side. But on the other hand, CFU Gaming with the unorthodox pick, I mean, started out really good with the use of Irretil. I mean, I do agree that Zing was great composure on that top lane, but as the time tickings, as we go into the mid game, Valhalla looking a little bit more secured on their fight compared to Team CFU Gaming.
Yeah, Valhalla, I mean, in terms of that mid-game power spike, they are really using their final slash very well. They're using the Avatar the Guardian to force team fights. But what I want to see from CFU Gaming is to know, like, when the final slash might come through, right? They've not been on point with the vision game. They don't know where their R-Lot is, and that's been biting them in the back, where that final slash comes out of nowhere, and it just feels to me like, yeah, you could have seen this coming if you actually did the homework, because you have a Khalid. You should be forcing that Khalid out into the enemy territory. You can use your Raging Sandstorm to return. You still have your second skill for that survivability, but Valhalla looks like they have the Lord already marching down that mid lane, and they're trying to end things.
Okay, let's see, can they do it? So Zing just overlooking right now, try to actually clear out some of the minions, but at the same time right now, they're trying to actually clear out. But Secret doing in for the overextension. It's going to be Mob 100 to actually take down the turret, but at the same time, Hype Bush takes down Detective as well as OP for the help. Mob 100 takes down Z, opening side. Zing will be shut down by Panha. Wadu will be left all alone, and now this is an open for Valhalla. Wadu will be trying to survive it out. He clears out Ari just a little bit, try to actually stun them off, but no way at all for Team CFU to come back alive. You play off with the time, you